Okay, y'all, can y'all see me? Can you see me? Um, I was probably going to, talk about what happened before I went to bed. Um, so what happened, like remember from my last video about, the friend that I was talking to, and he was trying to do the switcheroo, but I was just playing along, right? So I ended up basically was just like, telling him this morning, I was like, I honestly think that we should just be friends, you know, made a clean break, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much scoped it out and I was like, he's a no-go. You It's like if you're gonna kind of like, I would say like hook up with somebody, at least, scope them out and at least kind of see if they like respect you, right? So what the ick was, right? I noticed like over time that he was constantly like showing me pictures of like strippers and other women and stuff like that. So I was just like, and then when I pretty much, pointed that out, because I'm like, it makes you look like a thorn, but you telling me that you're not a thorn, right? And he was just saying like, nah, I just enjoy the female anatomy and word salad for like objectification of women, right? And crazy enough, it's like, well, I will be talking and stuff, right? He will be on his phone in his photo gallery, right? And in my peripheral vision, like it's like basically like full of like nudes and like videos and stuff of like, basically porn, right? Hold on. And when I took note of that, and also when I said that, he tried to pretty much, gaslight me, saying like, oh, how am I disrespectful and stuff like that. And, I'm just like, okay, noted, you know, because I'm like, I already made it up in my mind that nothing was going to happen because I see how you handle stuff. And then so more things started being like so-called revealed to me, right? So when I talked about it, he was like, well, we're grown and I have a high sex drive. And I'm like, listen here, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't, I don't care about you having a high sex drive. It's about, having respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole woman. I'm not one of the guys. You can't do that with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't show me that stuff. And then not only that, you might could do that with the other cool girls or whatnot, but that's where I draw the line. And then not only that, I came from like, I wouldn't say I come from a generation, but you know what I'm saying? I'm anti-porn anyway. So it's like it's not in my anything that has anything to like do with nudity in a very suggestive way. I don't, I ignore it. I don't even look at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't support that. You know what I mean? So whether or not it's individually or collectively a thing with women and, you know, with what he did, right? It's like still, all I'm just asking is, where is the class, right? So he was laughing and I'm like, nah, because y'all say, in a sense, they say that, you know, they act like therms, but then get upset when you call them a therm. You know what I mean? And like, if y'all don't know what therm is, that means like, like a freak. You know what I'm saying? Like a freak in the worst way. Like, when they be doing too much, you know what I'm saying, sexually. You like, you know what I mean by that. Like that's like calling somebody like basically like a sex addict or a porn addict, almost like the same thing. Like like just a weirdo in that area. So I guess, like I said, you can't ever really doubt because he did that same thing his friend did when I would say something that he didn't like he would tune me out or act like he's doing something way important than listening to me. And funny enough, it's just like, oh, so that's what's underneath all that mystery. See, and I feel like this is why you have to like I'm learning now this is why you have to see them out, feel them out, regardless of whether you're thinking about hooking up with them or being with them in the long term. Because the bare minimum is, saying that person has to respect your boundaries and also respect you as a woman, you know? But no, they think because, you know what I'm saying? And it says a lot. And I'm like, and I just got the just because of how he handled it, right? And it was eating me up alive at night. Cause I really wanted, cause look, he was gonna go to the Woo's house. He was gonna take me to go get some sushi. I'm like, listen, I really want some sushi, but I can't stand to really be around you because I can't stand to be around you now because like, um, hold on, I can't stand to be around you now because it's like I've gotten a clear picture of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I want to spend any more time. You know what I'm saying? Skip the sushi. I'll just go to a place that I always went, they got some good shrimp tempura, but oh, I'm sorry. But I was like, you know what I'm saying? Just because, and I hate how these people that always say they have a high sex drive, and it's like, no, that don't mean you get a pass on being like inconsiderate, and that don't mean you get a pass when it comes to when it comes to sexual boundaries because you have a high sex drive. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Even then, I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. I see where this is going. So it's like, yeah, I pretty much, woke up that morning before I went to work. I said, listen here, I honestly just think that we should just be friends. And he just said, okay. And I was like, great, because I'm like, good, because I wanted to get out. I wanted to make a clean break, you know. And now I'm learning, saying I'm getting the physical boundaries down packed, you know what I'm saying? I now like understand that, you know, I only go into it if I really want to do it. If it's not an exact yes, or if it's not if it's not an exact yes, then it's a no, you know, for whatever reason. And I don't owe anybody anything, right? Learned that lesson. So now I feel like the next lesson is also I guess noticing when somebody is trying to cross my emotional boundaries. And what I mean by that is trying to get me to I don't know how to explain it. Like trying to get me to like trying to like how much I guess how much how emotionally invested or how much of an emotional investment or trying to get an emotional trying to get like how do I explain it? So it's basically them trying to get an emotional investment, trying um to get the emotional investment that I'm willing to give. Well, no, then I want to actually give at that time and at that moment, right? So remember, remember from my last life, I said that I just wanted to touch and go with him, right? And I let that be known. He didn't let me know that he wanted to take it slow, but instead he was kind of like, in a sense, giving me the runaround, right? Okay. But uh I guess in the car, in his van, right? When he tried to make a move, I was like, at this point, you know what I'm saying, you know, we waited too long and now I pretty much lost interest, right? Because you in a sense, you know what I'm saying, I didn't say that to him because you don't ever tell, you don't tell an enemy when he's making a mistake, right? Right. Um, so since I expressed sexual interest to you, you tried to, basically kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Like they tried to use it, tried to kind of like exploit that into thinking that it was going to be on the shelf when you're ready. No, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? You have to communicate that you want to take things slow. That's not what you did. What you did is you gave me the runaround, but then when you wanted it, now you don't understand that, oh, I lost interest. Whose fault is that, right? Um, and also, not only did he not express that he wanted to take his time or take it slow, right? Okay, we're going out. We're going out to karaoke night. We're doing this, we going to places, we're going to eat breakfast, right? All that stuff. That's what he insisted that we do because that's what he wanted to do, right? I'm cool with that. You know, I didn't want, saying, on my side, I didn't want it to be anything more. But it's the fact that, I'm saying, in a sense, you're trying to slow drag it so I can be more emotionally invested, knowing that I just want to touch and go. You see where I'm going here? Do you see where I'm going here, right? And this is diabolical. And I was just, I was breaking it down piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, I like to see why people do the things that they do. So I can like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm really detail oriented when it comes to stuff and not be right. Not be right, right? But you see where I'm going. So basically, like, you're dragging it out knowing what it is that I want, but you're also doing things that are the opposite of me just wanting to, touch and go. So you can eventually get me to think that you want something more, even though I haven't expressed that. But you still want me to be that, be that emotionally invested. But because of your actions and what you've been doing, what has transpired from these times that we have been physically in front of each other, it shows otherwise. But what you're doing and what you're saying is not matching up, you know. Wait, no. Like what I would say is like, when it comes to what he was doing, what he was saying wasn't matching up is was when he was looking through his phone. He was on his phone, right? And he was also showing me pictures of like, naked women and strippers and stuff like that, right? You have no respect for me. You know what I'm saying? That was across the line right there. But I was also, kind of peeping the game because I already ruled out that nothing was going to happen between us anyway because you fucked it up, right? But um that was the part where, where what he was saying and doing wasn't adding up, wasn't matching, right? But also tried to, like, I knew it was just a whole bunch of I knew it was just a way to get me to think that he liked me like that, right? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no, it's not working because I know where you would rather be. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. You already know that I already want to just touch and go. But you trying to convince me so I can be like, you know what I'm saying, hooked on you. No, no. You slowly dragging it out so I can be, so I could be convinced that you're actually like, you know what I'm saying, you with it. Even though I didn't ask that from you. I never asked that from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never asked that from you in the first place. So, you know, I left, out this thing pretty much unscathed. I know I pretty much dodged a bullet. Um, I didn't take it personal because it's like I've been running into like a lot of guys in a sense where they'll just keep trying to, but all they talk about is the women that they had or the women they don't like, but they actually do like. You know what I'm saying? And they say that they don't like them because, so when they come through the door, they get a free look, and then all you gonna think is, oh, he don't like her like that, so I ain't gotta worry. I know where you would rather be. And then not only that, you really think I'm really stupid to think that, you know what I'm saying, that yeah, you'd rather be over there, but you won't turn out a piece of me either. Nah. But it's a way to be respectful about it. And the way that he pretty much went about it is really disrespectful. And you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going. I just wasn't going. Um, yeah. I was like, yeah, birds of a feather really flock together, don't it? Like I'm not you know, one thing that really kind of gets to me though, um, is that when I think of like the male collective, right? I'm like all that handsomeness gone to waste. All that handsome, like, gone to waste because of misogyny, due to misogyny, you know what I'm saying, and just allowing yourselves to be spoon fed like that, spoon fed by like porn and stuff like that. Y'all would be so much more attractive if y'all wasn't, sexual deviants, you know. It's like maybe if y'all would, stay in your lane and stop looking for something that don't exist, whether it's in your pay grade or, in your rating or whatnot, you would get laid. But no. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But no, y'all have to resort to, porn and then try to say that or porn or like, soft porn basically on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, right? Twitter and all this stuff, Tumblr, all that stuff, right? They look at that and they say that, oh, well, I know how to differentiate, between reality and the stuff that's on the phone or on the internet, right? But newsflash, your brain doesn't know that. Like they don't realize in a sense just how they're subconsciously moving or unconsciously. I feel like they're both in the same, in the same thing, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how they're moving in those ways. How it's evidently clear. And all it really takes is a look. Is to look. And if you think about it, all you're really doing is putting everything into a void. And why do you think, you become so drained? Because they're never satisfied, especially with the climate, out here now with this, you know, it's pouring everywhere. That and, it's crazy. Their brains are, fried and there's nothing you can do. But yet I'm angry because they're still giving babies and they're still getting laid. Who's doing it? It's upsetting me. Um, but yeah, that's what I also noticed too. Like they would they'll pretty much say the women that they don't like or show you women and talk about how they had the baddest B or whatnot, but they with you and stuff like that. And I noticed that. I'm like, what's with y'all thinking that y'all doing me a favor, but yet, you know, everyone's looking at me when I walk in. Everyone's looking at me when I walk in, right? No one's looking at you. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm the source. What are you talking about? And God forbid, do I ask for compensation for it, for being a star? Buy me a drink or something. And funny enough, speaking of drinking, right? The guy that tried to pull that, he's a teetotaler. He doesn't drink at all, right? So he I think in the middle like of our conversation and whatnot, he was saying like he like uh he like the drunk girls because they get drunk and get naked, right? So when we left the karaoke bar, and he said something about going to like Cooper's Hawk, right? And I was like, you know, saying I'm not really trying to drink right now. I don't really not in the mood for it. I want to take a break, right? And I was just, playing like, oh, you trying to get me drunk or whatnot? And he was like, no, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't take advantage of them and stuff like that. But I'm like, but a couple of days ago, you just said you like the drunk girls because they get naked. So which one is it? And that's when static brain started going in, and I'm like, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I hate that, and it's like, yeah, I might be this and that, but I don't forget things at all. Like, I keep a record. And you know saying I don't be scared to like, throw it in their face because they really do be contradicting themselves. Point blank sense, point blank. It was just a lot of red flags, but I was just trying to see. I was trying to see what else is to it because just because of the fact that the things he was doing and stuff and saying, but his disposition was real calm. I was like, hmm. And I listened to my intuition this time. So, good job. I know for a fact I made the right decision. And not even going that far. I didn't even want to go get sushi with him tomorrow. I couldn't do it because, and then I just don't like those type of guys. It's like when they try to make you feel like when they ask you a question that requires like, that requires like I would say like a deep answer, then they try to make you feel weird for like, explaining that something to them and also applying it to your life. Like say if I, say something and they'll be like, okay, you know, like the tone is very like, all right, moving on. Like you're saying something that's like that's off the wall. And it's like I'm not really saying anything that's off the wall. I'm answering the question that you asked me. But I notice it's another way to get you to feel like shit for like, um it's another way to get you to kind of like to feel bad about just speaking in general they because they can't in a sense just because they don't have the range to be able to like have that rapport with you, or if I use the word right, to be able to engage with you, right, they're not on the same wavelength to engage with you. They try to be like in a sense like condescending or try to make you out to be weird, but instead of just asking for understanding, you know it's the tone that they use to make you feel like what you're saying is weird instead of just asking for understanding. And I'm just like, you couldn't even be in the same room as me anyway. That's why I just wanted to touch and go, because I already knew that you didn't have substance, but you kept trying to, I guess, in a sense, like oversell your value when I already got like a good hand of it just by, even just for the two couple of conversations. But I just wanted to try my luck to see if he would go. He was going to eventually go, but he tried to slow torture me about it. Why? I don't know. They're like sadists. And oh, and I forgot he was pretty much like he's a Freemason. And one thing I noticed about the Freemasons, like a lot of them have issues. I think I only met, I would say like five. And I think that's a good enough number. But I never really met a Freemason that wasn't like a weirdo. And also, you have to be careful with them because they're also like, warlocks, right? And I'm like, I'd be damned if any of them try to use me to get to the next degree just because of the energy that I got. Those Freemasons be seeing me as a lamb, and I'm like, I don't be going. And I noticed that it's a lot of Freemasons just roaming around here, sniffing around me. And I'm just like, no, I see what you're on. You're a warlock. In a sense, they use that same type of I noticed they use that same type of I would say, not borderline, but that same kind of I guess emotional and mental abusive tactics, you know what I'm saying? To in a sense, get you to only seek validation from them and stuff like that. And I noticed that. So once I see the G anywhere on their body, I'm staying away. Yeah, because, these manipulative, tactics and psychological, all that is a form of witchcraft or I guess mind control magic, you know what I'm saying? In essence, it's just another form of magic. And don't think that, they won't do it. Yes, they will. I was like, nope, no one's gonna steal my star. Not on my watch. But yeah, I think that whatever plan that he had for me, it wasn't for the work. Because I already seen that. I just wanted to see how it was gonna pan out, elaborate. Saying I never made him, the only move that I made was expressing sexual interest. I let him make all the moves. I let him move at his own pace. I didn't do anything. I never called. He called me. You know what I'm saying? He asked me if I wanted to go somewhere. I let him move at his own pace. And the more that I found out, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta let them do, you gotta see what their move is just by not moving. I made the first move, but I'm feeling you out because I want to see how you handle it because you're not communicating. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not getting any information, I gotta let you. If you're not willingly giving me information for me to at least, I guess get a grip on when I can touch and go, then I gotta let you move at your own pace. I won't, hands off. And that's what I exactly did. And he was just saying, oh, you can call me anytime and stuff. I was like, I know. I just wanted to touch and go. We didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, we didn't have to do all this. But, some people, they like to, do the slow torture for no reason at all. At all. And that's why I didn't really like you trying to cross my emotional boundaries. And you already knew what they were. So it's even then I kind of had an idea of how much I was going to invest. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to stay on the phone all night with you. If you did call me, You know what I'm saying? Maybe on a weekend, maybe on a, on a Friday, right? But no, not before I have work and stuff. I'll talk to you sometimes like that, but I'm not going to make the first move. I'm not going to call you because I already did my part. I already told you what it was. Now now you decide what it is that you want to do. But you can't fault me, for the rest because in a sense I already explained that I was losing I was losing interest because you decided that you wanted to drag it and you also didn't communicate to me that you wanted to take it slow. And it's like, see, like whatever plan that he had, it just ended up backfiring. And I was like, you thought I wasn't gonna do that, did you? You thought I wasn't, you thought because of those little outings that we went to and those times when you called me on the phone and stay up with me that night, stay with me with some of those nights, right? You thought because you did all of that, that I'm not going to that I'm going to stick around. No, because all that doesn't matter when those little things that you did shown that you do not have respect for me. You didn't think that I was going to do that, did you? No. I bet you didn't. And I'm like, you can act like, saying, I'm at a point where it's like I don't really care if they don't care. Because I care about me. You know what I'm saying? I care about myself. And I'm not gonna waste time. I just wanted to see, I just wanted basically like another example about what they would do just to get you, even though you expressed what you want, they've been trying to like cross that boundary to give you the opposite. You know what I mean? I just needed to make sure if my observations was correct. Yes, I was. And guess what? Ever since that, and then him trying to like, try to get me to, to trust what he say versus what he's doing. Ever since that, I turned into stone. Like, saying? I just turned completely useless. Okay. I stopped moving. I didn't move one bit. Okay. You're gonna have, people gonna have to drag me to a phone now to get me to call somebody. I'm not doing that. I said what I wanted. But no, you thought you was cuter than me, and then you can just, put me on a shelf. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's already expired. So you thought it was still just gonna be still good on the shelf, huh? No, you don't know that. I know that. See, like I said, like I feel like in a sense I'm really kind of like I can see in a sense where that I wouldn't say passive aggressiveness, but it's that cut. He's saying it's that cut. And remember, like I said before, I was like, I'm starting at a point where I don't care if they care, but I can tell. I can tell in a sense that, in a sense that you're seething because you did all that for nothing. But I'm like, I already told you. That's your fault. But this is what you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, this is what you get for thinking you cuter than me. So now I'm gonna have to put you in your place. So now I'm gonna have to cut you. I'm gonna have to cut you, in a way that you don't expect. Hmm. I was like, shit, let that be a lesson. I don't care if you don't care. I don't care. Crazy. But yeah, that was weird. Um, but I feel like pretty much even if I wanted to get laid, I couldn't really because it's like y'all don't really even make it past that stage to where, you know, y'all don't even make it past like, I don't even make it past that, you know. I end up being like disgusted already. And it's like y'all doing me a favor. Y'all making it easier for me. I'm just only trying to be bothered with y'all because I'm like ovulating, that's it. At least that's where I come to. I don't think, I honestly don't think it's like actual like desire. Because when I think about it, when I think about it when it comes to my childhood, right? I felt like I feel like my inner child, I felt like all she ever asked of me was to protect her innocence. Because I noticed that a lot of people would kind of like fetishize my I guess my, so-called naivete, right? Or this what you call this childlike innocence that I have, right? When it comes to like people, you know. But it's just like it's not it's not because of the fact that I am this way because I'm actually like, naive. It's because of the fact that, I feel like I don't always want to be looking over my shoulder all the time or worried about other people's intentions. Whatever you do, I feel like at this point it's to a point where I just realized that I don't need to internalize it. It doesn't say anything about me, you know. So it's like that's how I pretty much think about it. But in a sense, it's like they kind of register it as like just naive. But it's like, no, I don't always want to be in, fight or flight mode, right? I don't want to do that, you know. But like I said, I feel like all my inner child has been asking me for all these years was to just protect their innocence, especially like in this world today. You know, I was like, skip being a cool girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been with that. I've never been with, with all of that. Stupid. Like you said, I never been with that, with that therm shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been of that. You know what I'm saying? If if intimacy doesn't have I guess like this aspect of like purity, right? Then it's like I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like you're trying to like in a sense, like corrupt me or to basically like dirty me up because you think I'm too clean, oh no. And I've ran into stuff like that before where where, just by the way they describe you and stuff like that, where they just want to like, in a sense, just to dirty you up because they, in a sense, they dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, if intimacy does not have this cheekiness or this purity aspect of it, I can't get with it. Once it starts getting like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like in a sense where it's just really, I would say like demonic or like, or in a sense, it's like you're siphoning from me, right? Or or you feel like you're like pretty much like basically like taking my virginity again. Oh no. Once it starts like feeling like pornographic, I can't get with it. I can't. And I, you know what I'm saying, and I never been of it. And I think that's what my inner child always wanted me to do for so long, is just to protect their innocence. Because it's been there all along. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gone. You know what I'm saying? But like yeah, it's still there. It's still there. It's been there. Like just because of like this wonder and this, you know, this optimism, right? And I'm like, that's all she wanted me to do, was to just be like, you know, just to reject these, you know, sexual deviants and these pervs and these, you know, and these therms, like that try to like excuse, you know what I'm saying? Try to like get you to always just go, you know, go along with everything. And I'm like, you ain't hot shit anyway for me to do it. You know, for not saying that it would take that for me to do it, but I'm like, you trying to make it seem like you so you know too cool for school, and this is a club that I must get into. You know, like saying you are the person that I just got to do it for because you know you the man. No, like what? I was like, y'all still playing these high school games out here? I was like, you moving like a porn sex addict, but you don't want me to call you that. Like what? I was like, you almost had me for a loop. I almost had me for a loop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how? Like they be believing their own logic sometimes. I'm just like, where? I was like, you were saying like, call, you know, start the rapture, cause yeah, that's crazy. It's real predatory out here. That's crazy. Like I said, it's warlocks out here. It's they becoming warlocks day by day. I was like, you know, skip the love oils. You need protection oils. You know, this ain't the time because everybody is just in this. It's just something in the air. It just gotten so dark and just so like where I just feel like everybody is just trying to sell their value. You know, it just got me turned off from the world because that's what it's all just been about. Is about um just broadcasting and selling your value, you know, whatever, you know, instead of instead of just being human. I don't know, instead of actually like interacting with each other, you know, and understanding one another, you know, hearing each other and listening to one another. But no, we're too busy trying to like, you know, show how valuable or how much more value than we have than the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like we need help. We need some help. Well, hmm, I don't know, man. I've been doing good though. Sticking to my diet. and stuff like that. I think that's probably the reason why I just wanted to like really like slow down on the drinking, because it's just the type of people. And like they just make me sick. Like you start to see more and more like how, and I don't ever understand how, like, yeah, I can understand you can be sober and go to the bar, but when it's like a sober guy, you just never know. Like, why are you around like drunk women, first off? That's what I think. I don't think I think it's a yellow flag depending on, you know, depending on why he's there. Because some of them like to wait around. Some of them like to, hoover around until they see, a vulnerable woman, and it goes from there. They don't like to be that guy, but what they say is like, yeah, you're that guy, because it didn't make no sense. I was like, well, you go to karaoke, you're sober, and you go to the bar, but you don't sing. See, I'm like, see, I be speculating, but then not only that, it's like with the pictures of women and stuff like that. When he showed me that stuff, right? I hate that every time, sometimes, because I remember many times when that happened to me, right? And they'll try to make it seem like I'm being like insecure. But it's like, yeah, even if I was, that's valid. And then two, I'm letting you know you're disrespecting me. You're being disrespectful. But don't make it about it just being like just solely insecure. And also, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't, in a sense, try to, you know, because I'm listening to my intuition, don't make that about it being solely like insecure. Because I'm like, anybody, if you did that to a stranger, people would think that you're a freak. They would think you're a freak too, in a bad way. And then not only that, it's the lack of professionalism too, because it's like, sir, I could be at work and you're sending me these pictures unwarranted. That don't make no sense. Hold on. Oh, it's a crystal light. But yeah, it's just another day. It's another day. I'm like, I'm getting used to it. One day at a time. Cause I'm like, for some reason, I've just been like really withdrawn. I'm like, the way that these planets are lined up, I don't have the energy to be forcing things at all. I just can't. And y'all know what happened, what's been transpiring this week and last week. I'm like, skip that. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Cause yeah. Let me see what's going on. Girl. Hold on. Ooh, I think I got heartburn. But and I think plus I'm closer to my I'm closer to my cycle, so I'm way more like intuitive more than ever. Like I can't even like I get headaches around people that, around people with that negative energy, and I'm just like, okay, let me just back up. Let me just back up, you know. But I've been becoming like very, very withdrawn, very to myself, keeping myself busy. And I guess that's what got them calling, blowing up my phone. And said, oh, so you ain't just gonna call me? No, I got things to do. But you don't like me. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I always happen to having to get the brunt of their confusion. And it's like, just go be with your type. But no, you can't compete. But that don't mean I'm gonna let you settle with me. No. Go chase your dreams, player. You can do it. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, just go be with your type. Go do that. You know what I'm saying? But then when I become your type, I better not see you in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. But it's like, it's so many reasons as to why they won't be with their type. You know, and y'all already know why. Because either way, it's coming from a place of laziness. Either way, and that's still a good look for him or you. So I'm like, so you just gonna stay? Because you're gonna catch the brunt of that, resentment. Okay, you don't want to do it. You don't want to play. You don't want to play that game. You don't. And I don't feel be really asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, that's why. That's why I just turned to stone. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta see how much you like me. I already know how much I like you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them decide how much they like you. Because a lot of them will still not like you and still, still go and still go. So it's like all these technicalities is what makes all this confusing. Because the gag is none of these things are foolproof, but just understand that either way, they're gonna go. as long as it benefits, as long as they benefit from it, you know. I'm just like, okay. But I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, well, wait, things looking right now, I'm not trying to really force nothing, you know. I'll play a little cute game or whatever, but I'm not gonna force nothing. I'm not finna like, what you say, like I'm not finna take up for what somebody like can. If there's space, I'm gonna let it be space until you feel it, till you feel put something in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything, you know? That's just how it's been. Um, because it's like it's just trying to see that level of competence. Because it's like if you're not, you saying if you can't be interested on your own, then what's the use of you being here? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna be the only one that's captivating and interesting and basically the star. You gotta work too. It takes two. So I gotta see if you can do it on your own without me, having to take up space. You know, it's Mortal Kombat, baby. Like, nah, go ahead. You know, and if you can't do it, then you already know where you stand. You already know where you stand. I ain't trying to be somebody's mama. Don't get me wrong, but that's something that their mama should have, you know, should have instilled in them instead of just stepping in and doing everything for them. Because this is what happens. If you do everything for them, they're not gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way. If there's an empty void, let it be empty until they decide, until they get up and do something about it. No, just no. Like that's what I probably learned in my early 20s is like, if you know what I'm saying, if there is silence or if there's anything like that that's like empty space between y'all, don't don't take up that space. Let them see how they're gonna handle it. See what they're gonna do. You know? And I guess it always comes from a place. I think it came from a place of, I guess, anxiety, just feeling like, you have to accommodate people. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, like, you always gotta check in with people. And it's like, no, you're grown. You're grown. You'll let me know if something's wrong. So I'm holding you to it. You know? I was like, no, that's what real growing up is about. And it's like regardless of whether my I guess whether whether or not whether regardless that I have, I'm not explaining. Um whether my I guess my self responsibility is going to teach you responsibility or not, that's for me. You're saying that this is for me, like my boundaries and stuff is for me. It's not to like change somebody or whatnot, it's to protect myself. And it's also to check in to see if I'm handling things as an adult. You know what I mean? So it's not really about that, you know. But it's good if it teaches you that, if it teaches you that responsibility, but that's not the goal, you know. But uh, things have been pretty so quiet though, more than it's ever been. Oh, and I was like, and I always said this was going to happen. Like, I guess the part where I'm only just down to myself. I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know when. I just didn't know when and how, but I knew it was going to happen. And I feel bad at the same time because I always wanted it this way because I never had the time to just actually be to myself and actually, move at the pace that I want to do or do the things that I actually want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to I wanted to stop some habits anyway, but because of the people that was around me and stuff like that, and due to the fact that I guess I was saying because of the fact I wasn't actually ready to like handle this stuff alone, it was the only way that I could relate to them just to be able to be around them, you know what I mean? But since I'm not around them, I can decide, I have that freedom to just, to just breathe and just not feel that pressure. I can stick to my routines. Nobody's, because I do have a hard time in a sense, like also I know what I also have a problem with is also letting people kind of mess up my in a sense get in between my goals because I'm trying to in a sense hang out with them because I've been wanting company, but I shouldn't do that. But since I'm like down to myself, it's just like, well, there's no one to like get in between my goals. There's no one to like pressure me, and there's no one that's going to irritate me to where I have to get back to those bad habits, you know. So it's like that now. Yes, it is. Um, hmm. Honestly, I'm excited to see what the future holds, though, because I've been wanting this, but I didn't think that it was gonna be like I didn't know sometimes it was gonna be crushing, like soul crushing. So I'm just like, please don't tell me this is my Saturn return because I'm not ready for all that yet. I gotta look that up and when's my Saturn return. Because I'm like, please don't tell me this is what this is. Or am I like or is this just North Node stuff? Ooh, but yeah, because it's like now it's just like open space. I'm it's basically like giving space for all this new stuff to come in, you know, because it's like I kind of when it comes to like I guess like manifesting or law of attraction, it's like you can't just you can't deal with things in between when it comes to things that's not aligning to your to what you want to manifest. It's either that or nothing, you know. It can't be, these I guess. So say if I want to manifest a sneaker, but I'm eating like Reese's in between. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like, oh, as long as I'm still manifesting sneakers, let me eat Reese's, on the way. No, you can't do that. It's either all or nothing. It's either that manifestation goal or nothing. You can't, you know, because that's how you get it confused. And I didn't know that. So I was like, oh, this is why sometimes it'll like it'll be wonky. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, this goal is right here, but you'll think you can entertain these things in between. No, you cannot. Because it doesn't, because the way that it works, I guess the universe is like that. It's like I would say it's like black and white to me. And it's very like specific. You know what I mean? It's very, very specific. And if it's not exactly how you want it and you're still, entertaining it, you're not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. Probably other people can do that, but it's like from what I experienced, no. Mm-mm. It's like anything but. So yeah, if I want the sneakers, I can't be, eating Reese's and M&Ms in between. No. I have to, put myself in positions where it will get me closer to getting a Snickers bar. So I can't go to stores where I know they don't sell Snickers, right? In between while I'm on my way to the store that has Snickers. You get what I'm saying? Like it's so like it just became like it made a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Like you want this, but you going everywhere else between instead of just waiting it out. Or like or basically like, piece by piece putting yourself in position to like get to there. You know, that type of thing. It's all or nothing. So I'm like, oh, that's why everything started. I was like, oh, that's why. That's why all my manifestations just came out kind of wonky. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like in between stuff. I was like, wow, okay. Let me let me keep that up in my let me keep that tip, all or nothing. But yeah, I guess these days now it's like skip all this what you call it, like skip all this material stuff. It's like peace is now your luxury. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody for real. I'm like, what I'm saying, this material stuff and all this stuff they be putting on TV telling you what you need and what you gotta get is what you need to be luxurious. Nah, peace is starting to become the new starting to become the new wealth, you know, is being able to acquire peace. That's the new wealth. Skip all that other stuff. Peace and rest is a luxury now. The way things are looking out here today, in today's world. So if you got it, you need to hold on to it and you need to be grateful. Okay? Because, you know, whew, it's chaotic out here. Because that's the whole point. So y'all get money to basically be around all these people. And I was like, you're going to learn real quick. You're going to wear yourself out real quick. You're going to wish that you just, you know, got your money and been quiet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you're going to really wish that you would have just got that money and just kept quiet. Because I'm like, wait, so you just getting money just to be around all these people. Like, do y'all ever get tired? Ooh. I can't wait to get this camera situated. I just hope I don't get the wrong stuff for it. Because it's just a simple, what you call it? A simple Casio camera. Oh. Then I gotta see if they got any like trying to see where can you edit videos on here. Well, no, I think I might need to get a new laptop anyway, because it's starting to shut down and stuff sometimes. So I'm gonna get that situated first. But yeah, like that's what's been going on. It's been so dry, but in a good way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's been a first where I haven't been like anxious about the dryness. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I gotta do something. You know, like, no, I'm sitting my ass down. For real. It's gonna be that way because I'm like, ain't nothing out there for me. Until I saw how other people couldn't sit their ass down, that's how I was like, damn, that's what I look like? Alright, let me chill. I was like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, it can't be that serious, you know? I was like, how you got your own, at least your own place, and you don't want to be home? That's crazy. You know? I was like, nah, that means something wrong. You know what I'm saying? With you, you don't know how to sit down. I'm like, cause I know as soon as I get my own place, I'm gonna be standing there every day. I don't know about them. I pretty much got over looking for like the next, where's the action at and stuff like that. It's all the same. It's really all the same, especially like around here, like the 79th area and stuff in 60 in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? Everything's the same. So you basically just bouncing from here to here. So if this place closed, you go to the after hours, like same old, same old. So it's like at this point, it's like it's never really that serious because I'm like, once I smoke a joint, I'm good. I'm ready to go home. I ain't, I'm good with going to at least, I would say, 2 spots, 1 to 2 spots. And then after that, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's, so you see other people where it's just like they can't sit still and they got to go to the next place, and it's like, wow. I was like, oh, that's what I look like. Yeah, let me go sit down somewhere. I should be worried about, you know, making sure my ducks are in a row. Cause like they said, when it's the ghetto, what's there is always gonna be there. Okay, you really ain't missing out on nothing. So it don't even feel like 11 though. Like, I don't know, this summer has been weird. I can't wait till the fall though. I feel like the fall is gonna be a lot more better than the summer because I'm ready for fall to start because summer was so weird. So weird. Dang. Oh, hold on. I do remember that I did buy a scale because I was pretty much on a diet, right? Because I can count everything else. I just can't count food and I guess in ounces and solid ounces. So I have to get a scale, so I needed a scale. And I also need an electric digital scale to see my progress. You know what I mean? So that weight scale is coming up next, but I do got the let me show y'all. This the kitchen scale that I got. Do it need batteries? Yeah, it's batteries included, baby. Let's get this thing going, okay? I'm already losing like some water weight, which is really good. I slipped up today, ain't gonna lie, but I think it's because I'm closer to my cycle though. But we just gonna keep it to this day, and we gonna, continue tracking. I've been staying consistent for at least a week, so that's good. But I pretty much slipped up today. I had I would say I did keep it consistent in the morning, but it was till I was at work and I was hungry. I did have a mac and cheese cup, and then what else? And then after I got off of work, for some reason I was really craving some pizza rolls and some chips, So I was like, let me just get that out the way because I know that's a premenstrual craving. So I'm gonna let let them have it, and then after that, pretty much tomorrow be back on it. You know what I'm saying? Cool, right? But I can't wait to use this because I really want to see if I'm putting in less when it comes to like chicken and beef. I need to see if ooh, yeah, I just need to see if I'm putting in less or more of like the chicken or like beef in my food, because when it comes to that, because when I pretty much dieted before, right? I wouldn't call it a diet, but I was eating I was mindful of calories, right? But when I was like watching my calorie intake, I kind of avoided I guess the actual chicken breast and stuff that I couldn't count. They didn't have the actual I guess servings of the food, the actual number of servings that it would take to, that total calories, right? I will avoid those, But since I got this, this kitchen scale, it's gonna be a lot more easier. So let's just pray and hope that maybe I haven't been eating more than what I've been putting in my calories, because what I was doing, I was just doing I guess a good hand estimate when it comes to chicken strips and stuff. That's what I've been doing. So let's just pray and hope. But I lost some water weight though. I am 140, 147. 147. So yeah. Let me open it. It was so funny when I told him I wasn't gonna drink for a while, right? And I was like, "Oh, you thought I was playing?" No, I'm not trying to be all bloated, girl. I like my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm trying to get some more cute clothes. You think I'm gonna waste all them clothes just to get all, just to big my back, girl? Get out, get out. You think I'm gonna waste all the monies on my clothes just for my back to get big? No, ain't no way. And then you gotta catch up on sleep, get your skin routine, all that stuff. I'm not playing. I'm not. But I'm not gonna be hard on myself about it either. That's that's the one thing. I'm trying to figure out how to open it. I'm glad they put batteries in here. Oh my god. And they make sure anybody don't steal this out the box. There you go. Listen in my eye. Ow. Okay. 2 double AAA batteries. And I think it was like $22 on it. I went to Target, but this is what that is. Yeah. The mirror. Yeah. Okay, I like how they take the batteries to a plastic bag. Right, pound ounces. That's what I was looking for, not fluid ounces. Okay. I didn't know that was pound ounces. I really didn't know that. I thought it was just liquid. And that's how I've been measuring food in one of those cups, but I guess it's real different. Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. That's real cool. Avoid contact with acids such as citric juices. Why would I put a lemon on a scale? Oh, okay. Clean exposed parts with use mild soap. Never use detergents, excess water, treated cloths, harsh cleaning agents or sprays. Avoid contact with acids. Okay. Of course, I wouldn't put it in a dishwasher, but I think somebody out there will. But okay. All right. But yeah, that's the kitchen scale. I'm excited. I'm gonna go on me a little run on the treadmill tomorrow. Make me a chicken burrito bowl. Eat some oatmeal in the morning. Ow. Get right back on the wagon. Because I really did need those pizza rolls. I'm not gonna lie. That's right there. I really needed that. I had a long day. And plus, this is some premenstrual cravings, so I definitely had to do it, or else I was probably just gonna like overeat for the next couple of days if I don't just give myself, at least a day to just, relax on the eating part. Because I'm basically stopped everything like cold turkey, so it is a bit hard on my system. So sometimes I got to give my body, what it craves and what it wants. But I know tomorrow I'm getting back on it. So I don't really think it's a slip up. I'm just trying to get my body what it needs right now. Since it's preparing to menstruate. I forgot about this. Oh my God. I'm gonna be knocked out today. Damn, hold on. This box be getting me, man. I swear. That's crazy. Dude, come on. Bro. Okay. Yep, this is the Taylor's kitchen scale. I'm gonna try it tomorrow. And I'm gonna let y'all know if it, pretty much works, I'm gonna try to get familiar with it. So Woo. But I might play some Hitman or something and catch some Z's. I don't know. I'm sleepy, but this crystal light is kind of like giving me boosted energy though. Like, it's Tuesday. I need to go to bed. Even though I need to go to bed. But good night. I wish y'all the best. I wish y'all a good night. May you be protected in your dreams. Shit, wait, hold on. Before I go, speaking of dreams, I'm sorry about that. So I did a candle ritual, right, for protection and stuff. So mind you, in my dreams, I think I had the same dream, right, where this these gray creatures, they had really sharp teeth, and they was just all bones. I think it was all bones, but they was real skinny, but but they skin was gray, and they was trying to basically come in the house, and one tried to grab me, and it tried to bite me, but I was I was gone. I was up in the house, and then I thought I don't know what happened, but I kept seeing I don't remember the last time I had that dream, but I remember those type of creatures that was in my dream, and that was without the thing that I did with the candle, right, for protection and cleansing and stuff. And it was kind of scary. I thought that was real though, because bro tried to really just bite me, and they was trying to come through the door in the house. And I don't remember the people that I was with, but I remember like they was like just trying to come in like zombies, you know what I'm saying? But they weren't zombies. They were like these I'm trying to remember. You know them things that be on I don't think it's Harry Potter. And I don't think it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's like but their skin was gray and their teeth was sharp and they had like I say like long nails. And I think their eyes was like real like blue. You know how blind people's eyes be looking like? That's what it was. That's what it looked like, you know. And I swear I had that same dream before, you know. Like it felt so familiar, but at the same time, it felt weird. It felt very like real. So I gotta look that up and see what the fuck was that. So yeah, whatever that was, it tried to get me, and I was like, so I gotta look that up and hope that wasn't anything, and just hope that was just like a, you know, I hope that was just like my REM sleep coming back in because I pretty much like cut out smoking right now. I haven't smoked in like 5 days. I haven't smoked a drink in 5 days, so you know, maybe it's like during that time where dreams get weird, or you know, or was it this protection ritual that I did? I don't know, but um, I ain't never did nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Those type of dreams when I would like take breaks. You know what I mean? I never seen nothing like that. So I don't know. But I'm gonna go to bed. Mm. Oh, I love me some Crystal Light. If Crystal Light is watching this, I would like to sponsor y'all. Hopefully y'all let me do a commercial. I'd be happy to. So thank you. I volunteer. But yeah, I'm gonna catch some Z's. But I might play some Hitman a little bit. And I don't know. I gotta look on Amazon to find these missing parts from my Casio camera thing. So I'm gonna look that up, you know, do all that stuff. Try to register back into school, at least, you know, late registration. Do that. And there you go. And I'll get y'all updated on this camera thing. So yeah, good night. May you be protected in your dreams from physical harm, from envy, evil eye, all of it. You know. Have a good night.